Hey everybody, Coach Stacy Lynn here. So today it's Friday. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take my glasses off so you don't have to see the glare, people, that that I have. And I wanted to just come in here for a few minutes because number one, I got to tell you something. Many years ago, Oprah Winfrey did this show. You guys remember Oprah? You know, she's not as popular now as she used to be, but she did this show once, and I remember I remember it so vividly because it was a big deal. You know, she's like, "Okay, today everybody, we're going to talk about not wearing makeup in public." And I just remember just what a thing that was. It was like everybody was not wearing makeup, and it was like, "Oh, how do you feel without your makeup?" and all that. And a couple years ago, many years ago, probably about 6 or 7 years ago, I hired this business coach who told me, you need to put your best face forward. You need to not go on camera looking the way that you do and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, for a while there, I got all dolled up and I put makeup on and I wore stupid jewelry that was not me at all. And it was inauthentic. I mean, I kind of got into it, but at the end of the day, it wasn't me. And like a friend of mine um, told me not too long ago, she was telling me, I hate doing my nails. I don't like it. Actually, it's a friend of mine who's a therapist. And she's like, yeah, I have to do my nails because it's part of the thing. And I'm like, stop doing your nails. Just be you. You know, who cares? You know, people appreciate you being real. And my dog is driving me crazy. Anyway, this week I had something really interesting happen in my life. And what it was somebody um, shared with me part of the reason they liked me and they wanted to reach out to me as a coach is because I was just me. No. I know, right? Imagine that. And it's funny because, you know, there's just so much pretense in everything. And it drives me crazy. It's like, it's sad to me that you that we live in a world where if you're actually real, sometimes people are even skeptical of that, right? You know, um, look, I look good with makeup on. I look good without makeup on. I actually feel good about myself. That's why I can put my face without makeup on online, you know, because I really do believe that beauty is from the inside out, right? Um, but here's the other thing I want to talk about today, and just for a couple minutes here, and that is, are you handling somebody else's disappointment? You know, a lot of times, women in particular will say yes to something when in reality they don't really want to. But the reason they do it is because they're a people pleaser. They've been trained to not actually care about their own needs first. This happens with a lot of mothers, by the way. And they end up doing things and, in essence, managing other people's disappointment as opposed to letting those people deal with their own disappointment. This is very important. This is so important because I see a lot of women in particular, and I'm sure there's some guys out there too. Some of you out there, if you're a guy and you deal with this, let me know. But I see a lot of women get resentful and everything because they have chosen to not be real. They've chosen to lie, basically. It's like you say yes when you really want to say no. That's a lie, people. Let's just be real. That's a lie. And because of it, then you start this cycle. And in essence, it's because at the root of it, I think you're afraid of disappointing somebody else. And yet, you know who you end up disappointing is yourself. You end up disappointing yourself. And then that doesn't get you anywhere, except eventually down the road, maybe an autoimmune disease because you are holding it all in and you're not processing your feelings and your emotions in an appropriate way. So today, I just wanted to kind of throw that out there and give you something to think about. Ask yourself, do you manage other people's disappointment? Because if you are, that's not good. It's not good. You need to stop it. Just like I'm sure some people, oh, look at her. Look at Stacy Lynn. She's on here with no makeup. Who cares? If you're that shallow, that's all you care about. Go away. Yes. Bye-bye. You know, I actually know people who will not even let their husbands see them without makeup, and I'm like, how is that even possible? We all have a morning face, just so you know. And I'm just having my cup of coffee. I'm enjoying my Friday morning, and I hope that you have a good day. I hope you have a better day. And I do, hey, if you want to talk, I have a free consult you can sign up for. You and me can talk. Or is it you and I? I don't know. I always have English people in my head, like yelling at me if I say something wrong. But anyway, we can talk if you'd like. I'm very laid back in those conversations, by the way. I'm not a hard sell. I'll tell you what I charge. You can tell me what you think, and if you don't like it, then you can see somebody else. But if you need any help, that's why I'm here. Not a hard sell, people. And I only do work with limited people because when I get you as a client, or you hire me, you get me as your coach. Even better. I really pour into the people I work with. So I don't want to have 500 people be my client. So check out my calendar. Let's set up a time to talk. And yeah, I hope you do, and I hope you enjoy a good day. And yeah, nice talking to you today. Have a good day, people.